you guys, welcome back. So for today I'm going to be giving you guys a foundation and concealer review on these two products right here. They are both from L'Oreal. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Foundation. This is a 24-hour wear foundation. And then over here I have the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer. This is the More Than Concealer. If you guys want to see my review on these two products as well as seeing swatches and a demo of how to apply this foundation and this concealer, then just make sure to keep watching the rest of this video. Okay, so as you can see, I have no foundation on my face. This is my bare skin. All I have on my skin is just some moisturizer and my under eye cream. So I'm going to show you guys up close what my skin looks like so you guys can see what it looks like right now with no foundation. As you can see here, I have some acne scars. Over here I have some little breakouts that are coming through, and then on top here of my forehead as well. As you can see, there are some breakouts. But that is my skin and what it looks like. I am going to show you the foundation. I actually have two shades in the L'Oreal Fresh Wear foundation. I didn't know which shade I was, so I just got two. And here are the two shades that I got. The one that actually matches me the best is this one right here, which is number 485 Golden Sun. I will be swatching this one and this one right here, which is 480 Radiant Sand, right here on my face so you guys can see the color. I'm gonna take this one right here, which is 485. This one is Golden Sun. Like I said, this one is the one that matches me the best. And this foundation does come with a pump, which is very nice. You can see here the foundation is liquidy. It's already starting to drip down my hand. And I'm going to swatch this one right here. I'm going to take this one right here, which is in the shade 480 Radiant Sand. The shade is a lot lighter. As you can see, the one that matches me better is the one over here, which is Golden Sun, and then this one over here is Radiant Sand. And then here are the foundations on the back of my hand. You can really see the yellow undertones in them. Like I said, I didn't know which one I was just because I did pick these out online, and also I didn't know if they would oxidize or not. I just picked the two that I thought I would be the closest to, but the shade that does match me is this one right here. So this is the one that I'm going to be showing you guys here. With this foundation I will be wearing primer just because I've already tried it out. The primers that I'm using are the Makeup Forever mattifying primer and the Benefit Professional. I'm going to be putting the mattifying primer where I get the most oily, and then I'm also going to put the Benefit Professional, but I'm only going to put this one on my nose. I'm going to be applying the foundation in two ways. First, using a sponge. This is the Real Techniques sponge. And then I'm also going to show you with a brush. This is also by Real Techniques. This is the Expert Face Brush. This is one of my favorite brushes for foundation. I'm going to do half of my face with the sponge and then the other half of my face with the brush. I'm going to start off with the sponge and apply it to this side here of my face. Here is half of my face with the foundation, and here is half of my face without the foundation. As you can see here, it covered up the redness and it evened out my skin tone. Now I'm going to take my brush and apply the foundation to the other half of my face here. I'm going to apply the same amount that I did on the other side. Now moving on to concealer, I do have the L'Oreal Full Wear Concealer. This is the More Than Concealer. I actually have this shade right here and this one right here. I didn't know which shade was the best, so I just picked these two. I have $3.90 cedar and $3.95 walnut. I feel like on camera they actually look a lot similar, but this one right here, which is the color cedar, is a lot lighter compared to this one right here, which is walnut. I'm gonna swatch them both on the back of my hand so you guys can see the color. It does have a large wand, as you see here. This one right here is cedar. And we have this one right here, which is walnut, and we have the one next to it right here, which is walnut. The shade cedar is more of a yellow undertone, and the one in walnut has a more pink undertone. For me, this one is too dark, and like I said, it does have that pink undertone, so I will be showing you the concealer in the shade cedar because that is the one that just looks the best on my skin tone. Here are my under eyes. I know they look really rough. I haven't been sleeping that great, so that's why they look extra dark. Again, taking the shade cedar, and I'm only gonna apply a little bit. You only need a little bit with this concealer because it is very, very thick, and it is definitely a very full coverage concealer. And as you see, it just covers all of that darkness right away. I'm going to quickly set the concealer using my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. I am going to quickly go ahead and finish the rest of the makeup off camera, and then I'm going to give you guys my overall thoughts on the concealer and the foundation and tell you guys what I think about them. I will be right back, and I'm gonna finish up the rest of my face. Here is my face now complete with everything on. If you guys want to know what I used on my face as well as what eyeshadow I used, I will leave everything in the description, so make sure to check that out. Again, this side of my face I used the sponge, and then this side of the face I used the brush to apply the foundation. It doesn't really look that different on camera. In person, I can definitely see the difference. For me personally, I like the side with the sponge a lot better. I feel like it just looks nicer and it doesn't look as cakey. The foundation is now completely matte, and I did set it a little bit. I didn't set it too much because if you do set it too much, it will look really cakey with the powder. Let me quickly tell you guys the claims of this foundation. So the L'Oreal Fresh Wear Foundation, it is a 24-hour wear foundation that has a SPF 25. And if you guys see me looking down, it's because I'm reading what it says here on the Amazon website, which is where I got it. This foundation comes in 30 shades and the retail price is $11.39. It is lightweight comfort and first of its kind long wear foundation. With breathable skin technology, L'Oreal Fresh Wear Foundation lasts all day, allows skin to breathe. This lightweight foundation makes the skin feel hydrated and comfortable for 24 hours. The formula's 3 oil absorbers resist sweat, water, and transfer. It is a buildable formula that is medium to full coverage, hides imperfections for a natural, healthy looking complexion that lasts all day. Color will not change and stay true to itself, which means that it doesn't oxidize. I'll tell you the claims of the concealer. L'Oreal Full Wear Concealer. This one is the More Than Concealer. On Amazon retails for $10.99 and it comes with 25 shades. Waterproof formula that won't transfer, fade, or flake, and it sets to a matte finish that lasts all day. Has a creamy texture that is non-sticky, easy to apply. A little goes a long way. It says that you can use this concealer to highlight and contour. Let me give you guys first my thoughts on the foundation. So I have been trying this foundation out since the 24th of December, which was Christmas Eve. I got this in the mail from Amazon. I do like that it has a pump. It just makes it so much easier to get the product and you know exactly how much you want to apply to your skin. Also, this foundation does have a scent, a perfume-like scent, and you kind of notice it when you are applying it to your face, but after that it goes away. But when you first like pump out the foundation and you apply it to your face, you can smell the perfume scent that it has to it. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of the perfume scent. I feel like it's really strong, a little too strong for me. The color matches me perfectly. The other shade that I have, this one is 480 Radiant Sun. This one is too light for me, which I will probably either give to my mom or just keep it in my makeup kit. At first, I thought that it did oxidize because on the back of my hand, when it dries, it does dry down a little darker than it looks like in the bottle here, but on my face, it actually matches me quite well and it looks good once I apply like my concealer and everything on my face. This foundation does have an SPF 25. I like foundations that have SPF in them. Even though it does have SPF in it, it doesn't give you flashback, which I was kind of worried about that. I took pictures with this foundation on Christmas and other times that I have worn this foundation and it has no flashback whatsoever. So that is really great. Now for how it wears. I have oily skin. I have really oily skin, so for me this foundation actually didn't last me that long. My skin was really oily. I found that this foundation made my skin so oily, and it did start to break up the foundation, especially around here, my forehead, and also a little bit here on my chin and my nose. This foundation makes me more oily than other foundations that I have. I think because it does have a bit of a hydrating formula to it, because it does say on the website that it has a hydrating formula in it, so maybe that is why. As you can see here, I already set my foundation. As you can see, there is a bit of a glow to my face. It does claim that it has a natural finish, so that is probably why. I feel that if you have normal skin, maybe even dry skin, it might last you a little bit longer. I will say though, if you have dry skin, make sure to moisturize your skin really well when using this foundation, because I have noticed that when I have some dry patches here, it does seem to cling to those dry patches, so make sure to just moisturize your skin really well or use like a hydrating primer. Also, another thing that I quickly wanted to touch base on with this foundation, I don't know what it is, but the foundation just doesn't look good on my nose. I've tried it with other primers. I've tried it with the primer that I use all the time with all of my other foundations, but for some reason on my nose it just doesn't look that great. I just don't like the way that it looks on my nose. As you saw there in the beginning of this video, it did cover up the redness that I had here from some blemishes. It does blur some of my pores here. I feel like they don't look that emphasized, and it does give my skin a really nice smooth finish, but it doesn't seem to cover up all of my acne scars. It doesn't seem to cover up those. Like I said, I'm perfectly fine with, because I don't like a very full coverage foundation. This is a medium foundation. I feel like you could build it up to a full, but if you do, it'll end up looking really cakey, so I feel like just a medium is the best coverage that it'll give you. As far as for applying the foundation, my recommendation is to apply it with the makeup sponge, because it'll give you a much more natural look to the skin and it won't look so cakey. On this side of my face right here, which is my right side, I used my brush right here. This is the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, and I just feel like it just looks more cakey. It definitely dries a lot faster when you apply it with the brush. You do get that more matte finish when you apply it with the brush, but I just feel like it just looks a little cakey on the skin. I don't know what else I'm missing It doesn't transfer, like if you touch your face, if this foundation doesn't transfer. I notice a tiny little bit when I do blot my face, but it doesn't seem to take off any foundation. But you do see like a little bit of color on like a tissue or like a blotting paper, but it's nothing like crazy. It doesn't smudge or move the makeup at all. Also, everything else that I blended on my face, my blush, contour, everything blended out really nicely. I didn't have any problems with blending all the other products that are on my face with this foundation. I forgot to mention this. I'm like all over the place here. So this foundation does have 30 shades. I do wish that they made more deeper shades. I feel like the deeper shades could definitely be extended. 30 shades I think is a good number to start out with, but hopefully they will extend the more deeper shades. Now moving on to the concealer. So this is the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer. So for the concealer, I did mention that it does come with 25 shades, which again, like I mentioned with the foundation, I really hope that they come out with more deeper shades. I feel like they could definitely make more deeper shades. This concealer, as you see, it is a dupe to the Shape Tape. A lot of people are saying that it is a dupe to the Shape Tape because it does have that really giant wand, just like the Shape Tape concealer does, and the formula is actually pretty similar to the Shape Tape concealer. I don't have my Shape Tape concealer anymore because for me personally, I don't like the Shape Tape concealer. I know, I am so sorry. For me, it just is not the best. I feel like I have other concealers that are way better, and the Shape Tape is just not that. So when I saw that this concealer came out, I wanted to try it. I heard that it was similar to the Shape Tape, but it being a drugstore concealer, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give it a try and see how it works. And it is actually very similar to the Shape Tape, and like I said, the Shape Tape isn't my favorite, so this concealer sadly is also not my favorite. Formula on this is just way too thick. Also, it has a scent just like the foundation, which I'm not the biggest fan of the scent. I feel like if you like a concealer that's really full coverage, that is similar to the Shape Tape formula, then I feel like you'll really like this concealer because it is pretty much like the Shape Tape. I find that with this concealer, my under eyes just look a lot older. It makes them really dry even if I apply a under eye cream. The only thing that I honestly really like about the concealer is like the packaging. I think the packaging looks really nice and it doesn't feel like it's drugstore because of the packaging, as well as with the foundation. I feel that the foundation feels more sleek and it does feel a little bit more higher end because it does have this glass bottle and the pump on it as well. I feel bad because I really wanted to like these two products. I know there's a lot of hype for these products, but honestly, they're not that great. I have other foundations and concealers that for me personally I feel that are way better than these two here. Alright, so that is my review on the L'Oreal Fresh Wear Foundation and the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer. Hopefully you guys found this review helpful. Let me know in the comments below if you guys have tried this foundation and this concealer. Let me know what you guys think about them in the comments below, and also give this video a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed watching it or if you found it helpful. When I will be uploading this, it'll already be past New Year's. So I wish you guys a very happy New Year's even though it already passed. Excited to make more videos for you guys this year. This year I want to start making more videos and doing more reviews and more makeup tutorials and things like that. So if you guys want to see more from me, then just hit the subscribe button down below so you don't miss any videos from me. And yeah, again, like I said, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!